Hey guys, what's up? It's Fior. I decided to make another video early, without my other video reaching that 5,000 view thing. But, it's my day off and, had a bit of energy and thought I might as well just make a new video and see how it goes. Anyway, so a couple of topics I wanted to discuss. And that was, okay, so someone made a comment in my last video, discussing a topic that why do trans women attack other trans women? And they came up with a really interesting viewpoint, which I'd never ever thought of, but it was fantastic. You can see the conversation in my last video, my previous video, if you want to find out who this person was and whatnot. But they made a comment saying that maybe trans women fight with other trans women who treat them like women. So, or maybe they just don't know what it's like to be treated like a woman. So, for example, I work every day for 11 years now. I've worked in the hair industry, and I have a majority of male clientele in general, but I do a lot of women as well. I mean, I'm pretty slammed all the damn time in my salon. So, but most of my clients in general don't know I'm trans. They don't know anything about it. They don't really go into the subject. I don't discuss it. I just kind of do hair, and I discuss other things, my actions, my passions, being vegan, whatever I want to like basically, enhance in the subject. If the client wants to discuss things, maybe they're going traveling, or maybe they're going, maybe they had something happen in the family. It's almost like, that's what I talk about. So the topic of me being male or female never comes up. But with trans girls, when they're around each other, or drag queens, or gays, or anything in that group, which I've completely separated myself from, thank God, which I think every trans woman actually needs to do for a while. Just get out of the damn community, because that's what they all do. Or at least get out of the community that defines you as being trans. So if they look at you as though you are transsexual, and that's all you are to them in their eyes, and when they discuss you outside of wherever this place is, or establishment, or outside of your friendship, and they say, oh yeah, she's trans. If they say something like that, you really kind of need to separate yourself from that. And the reason why is because you really, like a lot of people need to really know what it's like to just be, to not have to bring up your gender at all, or even think about your physical form whatsoever. I never think about the fact that I'm Priya. Yesterday I went swimming and I wore a two-piece bathing suit, and I actually tried out this tucking method, which if you guys want me to show it to you and discuss it with you, I can. It's really, really simple for wearing a two-piece bathing suit. I mean, a lot of people, it's not even the tucking that's the problem. It's just you have to be in shape to be in a two-piece bathing suit. It's just that simple. No one wants to look at someone who doesn't need to be in two-piece, bulge or not, So anyway, back to the subject of the trans community. I think a good thing is to separate yourself from the trans community. Just get out of it, or even people that know, and just live your life, so you don't have to discuss it. Anyway, so I went out with the guy I'm talking to, and I decided to take him to a reunion drag show, which was interesting. So we took him out there, and he'd never seen a drag show. And so I was like, all right, let's take him out to go you know, see that. So he was like, holy shit, like, wowzers. So anyway, we were having fun, but I wore a really hot dress. It's pretty much my hottest dress I have, and very, very flattering, and I haven't been out with my new, exercise body and my new vegan body and all the weight I've lost. So I, really did it up, and I wore heels, and I did all this stuff, and I ram-brushed my hair, and it's very simple. It was very simple, but very, very, very effective. And so when I went out, I knew a lot of trans girls there. I knew a lot of the drag queens, and I knew all the gay people there. And I took a handsome guy with me. Well, the moment I got there, I said hello, but everybody was like, they just started talking, and it was weird. It was almost like they were looking at me. They're all looking at me, and they're trying to figure it out. That it's almost like they don't like the fact that I'm happy, and I don't see myself as being just trans. I just don't even discuss it. Like, I'm just there having fun, having drinks, and living my life, and it's basically all I was doing was holding up a mirror. And everybody got pissed. It was the weirdest thing, and we just sat there and had drinks. We didn't even really try to talk to anybody. People came up to us, and I would be, cordial, but people just kept trying to, like, fight with me. It was weird. It was so weird. And, like, someone made the thing that trans women don't know what it's like to be treated like women. So it doesn't matter what a trans woman looks like, or gay people, or anything like that. I don't see them as being any that they're being gay or being trans is not the reason why I'm talking to them. It is the reason why I'm talking to them is because I know them and I know what their actions are in life and whatnot. But trans, drag queens, and gay people seem to define themselves by their sexual orientation, by their gender, their minority, and it's almost like that is not who you are. That is one thing that I think trans people really need to realize, is that being a woman, or being a man, or being a gay person, or whatever the hell it is not defined. It doesn't define you. Your actions define you. What you do in life, your concepts, your ideas, your theories, what you bring to the table, that is what defines you. And so many people think that the physical world defines you, and it's pretty damn comical. And they don't like when people are just happy and they live their life. They really don't. People like that do not. Because drag queens constantly have to tear each other down and then build each other up, like, girl, look at those shoes. And gays are like, oh, look at this shit. And then they sass each other up. And then they tear each other down. It's almost like a self-destructive habit that I think is very unhealthy for people who are actually happy and successful. So anyway, nonetheless, they kind of attacked me, and a lot of girls that I've known for a long time were just train wrecks. I'll just put it that way. It was awful. It was awful. So, but my boyfriend, the guy I'm dating, is, he was pretty, he thought it was hilarious. Like, he just laughed at everything he could see, and I think he's very entertained by it. It's, about how much of a catastrophe it really is. So yeah. Chewini. Let me check on my dog. I just let him out. I'll be right back. Alright. He's just posing in the sunlight. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. The other topic I wanted to discuss is actually something I'm discussing on the last video currently. And someone made a comment that they find trans girls very attractive, but they don't like penises. So the question was, which is retarded, is can a heterosexual man, a straight man, like penis? Let me put it this way. No gay man has ever gone for my dick. Ever. They wouldn't. They would find it disgusting. The reason why is because it's attached to a female. It is on a female. It reacts like a female. Everything is female orientated, and they don't find that attractive. It's just that simple. So then everybody's like, oh, well, they must be bisexual or something like that. Not really. No, not really, because if they're bi, then they like men, and then they like women, and if they're going to fall into your category of labeling, like vagina or penis, then that's exactly what it's going to be. They like a woman with a vagina, and then they like a man with a penis. Now, let me put it this way. This is my viewpoint, and this is where I see it different. If chemistry is right, and you have a natural flow back and forth of chemistry with whoever that you're dating, or whoever you're with, or whoever you're in love with, and there's features on them that you would have never ever thought that you would like. This is not that hard to relate to, because that's a lot of people. My ex-boyfriend, for example, who I was mad for, was anorexic then, like a stick. He would eat nothing. He was so unhealthy. And his teeth were jacked. I'm talking jacked, like, ugh. He would drink Mountain Dew a lot, and he didn't drink water. He's a very unhealthy person. And I was mad for him. And the reason why is because the chemistry was right, because we got along, because I don't know, just in that time period of my life, I got along. And the funny thing is, I would kiss him, and I never, ever thought about the fact that his teeth were just totally jacked up. And that's what I'm talking about, is that when you have chemistry on, it doesn't matter what the person has physically. It means you just flow. You just flow with it. So I've had guys who didn't know who I've gone on dates with that I've told because I believe that they would understand, and they did, and they would grow to enjoy it, or they didn't. So it's just that simple. And I'm used to it, so it's not like I'm gonna take offense to it. But it doesn't change me from guys liking me from like them being heterosexual, or them being. It's just they like me for what I am and my femininity, or whatever the hell it is. So yeah. It's kind of funny. Okay, so let me put it this way. If I met a man who I found very attractive, and he was very masculine, and whatever the hell it is that I guess my chemistry would need at that time, and he had a vagina, would it stop me from liking them? I would see if the chemistry's right. I wouldn't think about them having a vagina for a minute. I mean, privately, I probably would. but it wouldn't be my initial reason for going on dates with them or not going on dates with them. I would continue to go on date with them because if the chemistry is right and everything's fine, then I think I would grow into it because my chemistry with them would make me enjoy it. It doesn't matter what the hell they've got on their body, I'm going to enjoy it because the chemistry is fine between us. And that is where it lies. That's the difference, is that people who like trans girls, they never like to really think about it, or trans men, or what, or men or women. They never really think about it as being, oh, the reason I like them is because they have giant tits. Now, that's the reason they find them initially attractive, but they don't go after, they don't last. So the physical world burns up really fast. It's like, oh, look at that girl over there in the miniskirt, da 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 da. Oh, she's totally my type. And she turns around and she's got the most obnoxious mouth on her you could possibly imagine. She sounds like the dumbest, most ignorant, stupid bitch you've ever fucking met. But you'll bang her for a while, as long as you can keep her around, but then you won't last. And that's what I'm talking about, is that chemistry goes a lot further than the physical world. And that's where people need to realize that it's not about having a vagina or a penis that determines whether or not you're going to have good sex. It is chemistry. It is chemistry between two human beings, and that's where I fall into it, and that's the way I see it. And yeah, so, you know, these guys are like, oh, but your skin, your hair, and blah, 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 and your tits, and look at that ass, and all this stuff. Oh my God, look, she's got a penis. This is not who I am. You know, so it's funny that, that people justify people so much by their physical body. Anyway, so let's discuss these topics. You guys can throw it all out there and do your thing. I'm gonna finish this up now, but I was gonna tell you guys how I got a new tattoo. Well, I got my old one in my before and after videos redone, and it was the tribal one, and it's now a henna design, and it goes up into my hair. But the guy was brilliant at doing the cover up. I mean, you can't even tell that it's my old tattoo. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's just henna design and really soft. We're going to do some shading, some dots actually around here, because I don't know if you can see them, like right around here. You can see like the little dots right there, and this little swirly thing still needs to be finished. But he's going to do, well, I've decided I'm going to do some stuff here, and I'm going to probably get my old one that I got when I was super young, like teenager, like 13 years old, 14 years old, redone. It's this little guy that's back here. I'm going to get that redone. And anyway, so I'm going to hop off here. I hope everyone's well, and let me know what you guys think about that topic we discussed. I'll talk to you later.